Find the zeros of f of x equal x cubed times 4e to the 4x plus 3x squared e to the 4x. Well, the zeros of a function are found where that function equals 0. Those are the x values that make the function 0. So what we need is f of x equals 0. We need to find the values of x that make that true. In other words, we need to find the values of x so that x cubed times 4e to the 4x plus 3x squared e to the 4x equals 0. We can factor out common factors. We see that we have an x squared that can be factored out, and we have that can be factored out of these terms here, and we can factor an e to the 4x out of each of the two terms. We see it appearing here. When we've done that, we will have an x to the first times a 4, or just 4x to the first in the first term, plus a 3 left in the second term. The x squared and the e to the 4x have both been factored out. Now we have a product of expressions, and that product is equal to 0. The only way that can happen is if one of those factors is 0. So we must have either x squared equals 0, or e to the 4x equals 0, or 4x plus 3 equals 0. One of those must be true. In fact, any of those, if x makes x squared 0, then that will be a solution. Likewise, if we can make this 0, that will produce another solution, and the same is true for the third case. Of course, x equals 0 is the only way to make x squared 0, so that's one solution that we found. E to the 4x is never 0. Remember, e to the 4x is an exponential function. Exponential functions are never equal to 0 unless they've been shifted around, but this one will have a horizontal asymptote at 0 and will never actually reach 0, so no solutions come from this factor. And 4x plus 3 is 0 if x is negative 3 divided by 4, so that is the second solution. So the zeros are x equals 0 and x equal negative 3/4.